You want a free hockey stick? Sure you do. Welcome back to the Wraparound Roundtable. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Wraparound Roundtable. Y'all know how it goes. It's innovative hockey people and products in about 10 minutes. Not any shortage of that today. Today's hockey friend is Anthony Morra, CEO of BladeTech Hockey. And today we are giving away one of their new blackout sticks along with a hockey wraparound blade protector for that stick. It only seems right to put those two things together. Make sure to listen for the code word and enter it over at hockeywraparound.com. When you hear it, it will appear on the screen above us somewhere. If you're watching or if you're listening, I'll spell it out when we get there. Anthony, we're excited to have you back. Thanks for joining us on the Wraparound Roundtable.
Thanks for having me. Always a pleasure to do this with you. And what a great teaser.
Thanks, man. Look, we try and have a lot of fun with this show. I mean, I think that when it comes to businesses of our size, people don't realize, hey, a lot of us are friends and a lot of us meet up at shows and see each other and we talk about how things are going. And it's actually a pretty cool team within a team, if you will. And I love that we can all come together on the show to share things, discuss things, give things away, obviously, which is fun for the audience, but to kind of celebrate the small, medium-sized business, especially this time of year. So It's awesome to have you here. I will say this. We had a great show with you last year, but it's been a year. So let's tell everybody some of the cool things that have happened with you over the past year, including the sticks, because they were just coming out last year when we did our show.
Yeah, it has been an incredible year for us. I can't actually believe it's been a year, to be honest. I feel like we did this the other week. A lot of things have happened. Our team has grown. Our business has grown. The biggest thing, other than launching sticks, which we were doing about this time last year, we'd done it in September of last year. So a year into sticks, it's going phenomenal. But the bigger news for us is that we actually moved locations and for the first time have a public-facing shop. So BladeTech Hockey, we've built as a completely online business, which allowed us to serve basically the hockey world wherever you played. But we now have a public-facing shop, which adds a new dynamic to our business. The services that we provide, the profiling kind of education and sharpening education that we've kind of built up over the last few years of really researching and distilling and making concise the profiling and sharpening world, because it has been made very confusing. So adding that service in person and being able to do that for our local community in Toronto and Mississauga particularly has been amazing. So come visit us. We are now officially open. Our official opening party is going to be in a couple of weeks, but the door's open. It's literally open because it gets hot in there. So the door's open. 3353 the Credit Woodlands in Mississauga. If you guys are in the area, come check us out.
Well, we might have to take you up on that when we're up north from where we're at. You know, I love what you said there, buddy, because you're passionate. Before we get into the sticks, you're passionate about steel and profiling in this industry. And I always say, look, first, when we bring people on this program, I like to bring people on of the products that I use. Right. And the people that I trust. And obviously I've been using your stuff for years now. In fact, for those of you who don't know, I have my kids' names engraved on my steel. So when I look down, I actually see my kids every game, which I think is really cool. Yeah. But I trust you. I trust your brand. I trust your knowledge. I trust that you're trying to do the best, absolute best thing you can do to get me on the ice the best way I know possible. And I'll say it again, that your stuff makes a difference. Right. So that's what I look for in companies. Some of the larger companies, I'm not trying to poo-poo on them, but they have their vast product lines. I know. I might a little bit. they have vast product lines, and they have the brand name. But when it comes to things like skates or sticks or blade protection, for the matter of this show, they don't live it, right? Like we're living in our products. We love our products. Yeah. Now we have to expand too. But when we expand, to me, it's always about innovation, right? Yeah. So I want to tap into this. You launch a stick, right? Several sticks, right? I want to know about the conversations that happened right before the cliff jump, as I call it. Because like anytime anybody in this business launches a new product or designs a new product, there's a moment you have to hit the green button and say, go. And there's a lot of time, there's a lot of money, there's a lot of risk involved with that decision. Yeah. So can you walk me back in time to that moment with your team or maybe it was by yourself where you're going, we're doing this. And what was that like?
No, that's a great conversation. I haven't really thought about that too much because we're always looking forward and always trying to solve the next problem and do the next thing. So, but looking back, it was a conversation. My partner and I, we basically make all of these major decisions together and have for the last, we're actually coming up to 10 years, which is insane. Operating
we're right there.
in the market. Yeah. I do look back again and you're like, what the heck, what happened to time? So talking about sticks and be like, okay, because we had a good handle on blades, we had our technology, we're building the brand, people love us, people trust us, like you said. So it's like, what else can we do? And our goal, initially was we created this technology and we wanted to get blades out there and get people the best blades they can get. But that has to evolve because it's very niche. So we now are evolving into a performance company, and it's really about value add. Everything we do, everything we talk about is value add. You're going to be better on the ice one way or the other. So we talking about sticks and we looked at all these different technologies. We actually looked at other companies that were doing cool things with the blade and all these things. And we're like, how can we add the most value for people? Because you could put a cool technology on a stick, then you got to sell it for $400 because it's really expensive to manufacture.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but it's like, how much is the value add? We have to really communicate that. So again, the stick conversation has been on and off for years, but really the last year before we launched, we were like, okay, let's start looking at things. Let's start looking at the market. Where can we enter the market? Because we are a high tech company. We're an innovative company. So it made sense to create something new and different. But we were looking at sticks and we're like, the carbon, if you're using good carbon fiber, using a strong weave, there's not much you can do. And other companies have tried it. They've tried cutting holes in it. They've tried, 5-sided shafts, everything. They're all very small changes and all very gimmicky. And again, the value add is not really clear.
Right.
So we're like, why don't we just make the best stick we can make, but do it in a way that makes sense for everyone? And that's where the difference is. So our innovation is not with the stick technology. And like we said, the stick technology is basically maxed out. Like this is the best stick
until a new element arrives.
Exactly. Unless you're making with different material and stuff. And they haven't. There's been a lot more people who spent a lot more money on R&D than us. That was like, we don't need to reinvent the wheel per se, but our innovation comes in. We're going to bring it directly to the customer at a price that makes sense.
Right.
So we wouldn't do anything that we wouldn't make money off of because there's no point in doing it. It is a business.
That's business.
But we're doing it so you're going to spend your money with us, but you're going to get the most value add because I'm bringing you the stick at a price that makes sense without sacrificing performance. And that's the big difference is, $150 stick is not a great stick right now in the market until ours came out. And ours is the top end stick, but I'm bringing it to you to $150 because I'm cutting everything out. Distributors, we don't even have any sales reps. It's streamlined. Brand. It's streamlined. It's there, and we bring it because we have such a huge online shop and online following. We can bring it directly to everyone instantly. Yeah. So that is our goal. It is expensive to manufacture, so our margins are not great to like our retail stores. But as we get bigger, we're going to bring that cost down. We're going to share that cost savings with our retail stores so they can carry more sticks. But our goal is to keep that retail price point exactly where it is. And you see with our blades, we've had one price increase in 9 years. Yeah. And that was only to one product. So that's how we work in the back end to make sure, again, hockey's expensive. You're going to spend a lot of money, but every dollar you spend with BladeTech is value add.
Yeah. I think back to when I was a kid, when a $30 stick was the expensive stick, right?
Yeah. Or the $60 one. You're like, whoa. Yeah.
I better score twice as many goals with that. But look, man, like you're saying, you're innovating on the ice. We innovate off the ice. And these decisions don't come lightly. And I always say too, like for people ask, well, how long does it take to make a product? And look, it can vary, but really, 6 to 12 months is that lifespan of getting it right. And for the people listening, there are times where the question is asked, is this possible? Can we do it? Can you move forward? And the good companies strive to do that. And you've done that. And I think that innovating a price point for performance is a big deal right now. I think people get lost in brand names. I think there's also competitors out there that, maybe have a name that's like a founding father or rhyme with Schmauer that sometimes, they don't care. They're just trying to get you to buy the brand name, and you care. And I think that the trust that you've built up with your company, the trust that we've built up with our company, that's kind of what we lean on of you can trust us. And I'll be damned if anybody ever puts us over on that. That's where we're going to live. And that's why you've been in business for about 10 years, right? As a small unit business. All right. For those of you listening, I know you want to get to the giveaway. So let's get there. We'll keep talking for a few minutes. We're giving away a blackout stick and our hockey wraparound. So you can use this on and off the ice, which is going to be pretty awesome. The code word is going to appear up here above my head over there. And if you're listening, we'll spell it out. Anthony, it's your moment. What's the code word?
I'm going to keep it following your instruction to keep it real simple. The code word is blackout. We're going to go blackout. I got one right here. This is mine. It's a right-handed 77 P92.
There it is.
We got 4 curves. We got all the flexes available. So that's where you it looks beautiful. There's the website backwards on my camera, but BladeTechHockey.com. They're flying off the shelves. They've done extremely well. And on top of that, there is the brand new whiteout stick that we launched this summer. Holy cow. So we pre-sold almost 500 sticks with just a video that we put online. No one had even seen it. No one touched it, but we literally had one stick, and I made one video from this one stick that we had as a sample, but we had all the same reaction. Our team, we got the box in from the factory. We were excited like kids on Christmas. This was, June or July of this year. And we opened it and we had a couple different samples. We had a half, the bottom spray painted white, like Willie Nylander. We had a gray one. And then when we opened the white one, we all went, whoa. Everyone had the same reaction. We're like, and immediately in that moment, we're like, we're doing this one.
There you go.
That's it. That was it.
Gods.
Yeah.
Well, the code word is blackout. Again, head over to hockeywraparound.com right now. If you are listening to this podcast, the deal is open right now. If you can't hear this, it's no longer alive. Hockeywraparound.com right now. You will not miss where this giveaway is at. Enter in the code blackout, BLACKOUT, for those of you listening. And you can enter in to win one of these sticks that he's talking about. Is it dealer's choice here, buddy, or can they pick what they want?
No, it's absolutely it's the blackout because I literally don't have any whiteouts left.
So that's right.
Whiteouts you got to buy and pre-order. We're getting more in about a month's time. So we're in October here. So the end of October we're gonna have more, but we're giving away the giveaways for a blackout stick. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys enter.
No, I love it too, man. We love it. The comments that we get on these giveaways is also pretty cool right now. But listen, if you're listening to this or watching this, it's a free hockey stick. You might as well enter in, okay? Absolutely. It's nothing to lose here. Anthony, before we close this out, I always like to ask for, we did this last year too, an inspirational and motivational quote for those listening, keeping in mind there's a lot of coaches, parents, kids who listen to this show. What is your words of wisdom for today?
I got to make sure I don't mess this up. I actually thought about this yesterday. And we talked about this show off camera, Ted Lasso. And it was be curious, not judgmental.
Ooh, it's one of my favorites. You can't see it, but I have that on a thing right behind me right here.
Do you?
I'm gonna get it. Hold on.
We got it. If it's right there, you got to see this. This is not planned, by the way, everyone.
This is not planned. Right there. Look at that. I have that near my desk because I think this is one of the most influential phases out there.
It's so simple, but also so deep, and it really means to have an open mind and try new things and be curious about what you never know what you're missing out on.
Yeah, if you're curious, you're going to learn. If you're judgmental, you ain't.
Exactly
Anthony Morra, this has been a great episode, my friend, of the Wraparound Roundtable. I could talk to you for hours, but the people listening want to go do the giveaway. So again, hockeywraparound.com right now. You will see it, BladeTech, right there on the home screen. Enter in the code blackout, BLACKOUT. Someone's going to win this blackout stick. Could be you. Do I sell this enough? It could be. That's going to do it for this edition of the Wraparound Roundtable. For Anthony, I'm Lee. We'll see you next time, everybody. Remember, have fun, skate on, and enjoy your day.